Welcome to my channel. You are so lucky you find this channel because today we're going to talk about a topic I worked with for 15 years. So I look so much forward to talk about it. So how do you know anything about non-ejaculation? Do you know anything, man? The most expensive restaurant with all the value and knowledge you get here in our show. And today I have this amazing young guy I meet. I was so lucky he come. He doing some aces bar in your head. So he touching and it was so wide connection when we do it. It was going in to my heart. I was like, oh, what is happening with my heart? And he could feel it in his heart. So everything is energy, everything is a frequency, every have a vibration. So we want you to learn about that. And then I talk with him about, I say, have you ever heard about this book, Multi-Orgasmic Man? And he was like, no, but I have working on it with myself. So he going to tell the story about that today. And then we talking about it's authentic, honest live show we have here. So thank you for who listen to us. I'm so deep grateful. My name is Air Beauty, and my guest today is how you say it? Matric. How you say your name?
Matija, Matija.
Marcia. Marcia. So Marcia, I'm so grateful for he are here today. So welcome to Mar. He is a masseur. He doing art spa, and he also a construction. So he know about building the right foundation as I talking about. So it's not new for him in talking about because he already building houses. So welcome, my dear guest. Let us hear about you. Who are you? How old are you?
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me here. Thank you for inviting me and for this opportunity. My name is Matija. I'm 29 years old. I'm a massage therapist. Um, I'm also a physical therapist, and I do access bars, and I'm also in construction. Um,
And where are you living?
I'm living in Croatia, in a town called Rijeka, and I have a child, and that's pretty
Mm,
much it.
And how are you feeling to be in this show today? Because we talk about it
Uh,
and his first show, so give him a big
yeah, yeah.
how do you feel?
It's a first show for me, so I'm a little bit nervous, and but it's okay. It's a positive thing, and it's
Yes,
a new experience. It's a new experience for me, so I'm grateful for it, and I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah,
yes, I'm also so grateful. And it's good you're jumping because it is so important we're jumping out in the unknowing because there we grow. And I
yeah,
was talking with you, you younger you are, you more you get out of life when you're going in the unknowing instead
yeah,
of all our old people who stopping ourselves for everything like. Hmm?
yeah.
So I'm so grateful. So tell me about your story. When we talk about it, you say, "Oh, I already have discovering to not um doing any ejaculation when I playing with myself or making love or or something like that." So how long since you discovered that? Tell about that. I want to hear about that.
Yeah. So I discovered about it 3 years ago, and I remember it was from a book. It's called The Tao of Love. Um and in this book, there was many different techniques, and one of them was also semen retention, and it
Mm,
also mentioned uh, many benefits. But back then, I didn't really study the benefits. Uh, the biggest thing that caught my attention was the energy, because it mentioned when you stop wasting semen, uh, your energy grows. You start to have more energy daily, and it was really interesting concept. And also it mentioned that it prolongs your life, which was uh, really interesting for me. So that's how I started. And from the beginning it wasn't like I just stopped completely.
No,
uh,
no.
it was at the beginning like maybe 2 times a week. uh, I reduced it to 2 times a week. Then it was like 1 times a week, the ejaculation. And with time, after maybe 1 year or more, it became once a month. And then I would say, okay, once a month, I'm gonna um, gift myself with one ejaculation. But with time, it also become it changed to be maybe once in 2 or 3 months. And now I got to the point where I'm no longer having such strong desire for it like before, because it was more of an addiction. It addiction before, then it was something of necessity, or and and uh, when you begin to understand it, uh, you can see that there isn't really a need for it. And it was completely just an addiction, and it was pushed by society. By when you grow in a society where everything is turning around sex and masturbation and things like that, then you think you're supposed to do it, and it's natural and normal to do it every day. But when you stop and when you feel the surge of energy coming, um, you realize it was a bit.
Mm. Yeah, it's not so much it's a being mistake. It's more, as you say, they have training programming you to it. So you're programming from very early stage to do this. And as you say in
Yeah,
the beginning, it's very important to learn about you losing your life force energy. So that is the energy and something called yin in your body. And we don't know how much we're born with that. Some are born with 100, some are born with 50, and some. And the more you masturbate and the more you ejaculate, the more you're taking out from that, and you're taking all your life force energy away, as you say. And then when you get older, you live a life where you always are tired. But it's never too late
yeah,
to learn it, and it takes time because, as you say, it's addiction. So it's take long time. The same if we do that all the time on ourselves, then we also are addicted to that. And then we people say, why are you doing that? And then you have to stop that also. And it's called, actually, I don't know if they were saying that in this book, it's called 21 days it takes to come to the start point, or how you say. And if you ejaculate, like say after 10 days, then there's 21 days journey again. I don't know if they say that
yeah,
in
yeah.
this book.
I think there was an information that it needs 21 days to create the same quality uh, uh, for reproduction, let's say. Um, but when you do it, when you ejaculate every day, then you reset it every day. And the amount, they're also mentioned that it needs a really lot of nutrients to create such a high quality liquid, let's say.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes.
it,
And,
so
I have a friend, he's nutrition, and he have calculated about it. So one time playing with yourself is 3 broccoli head and 12 banana. And I have someone who do it 10 times of the day. So they need to add 30 broccoli head and 120 bananas. And when a man start realize that, then he is like, holy shit. In that way, you can learn people how much they actually draining themselves. And
Yeah.
but also because we learn we only get orgasm in that way. And then men are also, yeah, but what about a woman? So she could just get orgasm. No, no. It you also get orgasm. Just without. Have you tried get a multi-orgasm or have you only tried get orgasm in the penis or in Central we
No,
call it Lingram?
no, not multi-orgasmic yet. Only once.
Okay, then I have to learn you that before I traveling away.
Yeah.
Because that is very important now you have trained that. Then that is the point of learning. Because men is like, okay, so now you say, of course, feeling more energy, feeling never tired, and you can make love all the time. But actually, purpose is also to be this multi-orgasm and learn first. You will learn the first step to get orgasm in the penis without coming, and then how we get orgasm in all our body. And then when we do that, we can make love. I have very few clients, they can do it. And when they do it, they are like, shit, why do I have play with myself or make love for 10 minutes when I can get enjoyment who are so long journey? Like, so you don't have to try that yet in your soul. You don't have to try that.
Uh, uh, let's say I did. Um, uh, when I make love, uh, my focus is not on the end. Um, I was always different for it when I talked with my friends and the first sex experience and everything like that. Uh, my mind always worked in a way that I liked to satisfy a woman first, and then it's easier for me to end it because uh, uh, women discover it first that they can have multiple orgasms, while for the men uh, you can only have one shot and that's it, and then you need to wait. And
But that's not. A man can
yeah,
have the same. But
yeah,
exactly because they're not talking about it, but they also creating all this story in your mind because they're showing you in all this movie the man can keep going on. And then he gets so much pressure, shame and guilt over him because he cannot when he first making love or have sex, like the most people have sex, I call it love make. Then when as soon one shot, then they done. Some can again, but if they really go deep in and look at it, then they see the energy is not the same as first time.
yeah.
And I don't know if you learn about it. Also, what happened when a man he coming is he losing the interest in the woman.
uh, I
I don't know
yeah,
if you can remember feeling that.
um yeah, it is because when you're finished at that point you have no interest in
No,
anything.
no, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
And that is the connection dying between these two people, and that's what people not aware of. Because when a man come, he don't have, as you say, any connection to this person he have been with, and he feel guilt and shame over he not can continue, and he feel oh go away, and he don't know also he put in her, and I know it's nothing we do purpose because we don't know better, and he also make her feel like she's zero. I have trained it and going into the emotion with myself to try see how is it feeling for me when a man come, and how is it feel when a man not coming. everything I talk about, I have studied on my own body too. And what the problem also is, when a man comes, he must actually not should come inside the woman because she can get effect of it. If you don't go straight away to toilet after the man is coming inside of her, she will get some bladder infection called honeymoon effect. So there's a lot of, and I have learned from my studying for 15 years. The sperm is great for making a baby. That's why the creator make it. Because as you say, how is your energy level after now? How long time have you not ejaculated now?
Uh, it's about few months,
Mm?
2 3 months, and it's amazing every day. It's the same, but when I say the same, it's that it's high energy every day. I can get up at 6 and work all day, then finish things at home that I need to do. Then I look at the time. It's midnight already, but I'm still doing stuff, and then I go to sleep. And when I wake up, it's the same. And before I needed to sometimes sleep in the afternoon when I was unconscious of it, and because I was lacking so much energy. And
Yeah.
and one thing that I remember is when I used to ejaculate every day, it was like having a brain fog. You know, it's like it was having like a big cloud in your head, and you're always hazy and daisy, and and
So
lacking
beautiful.
motivation.
It's so beautiful you say that because that's what you're feeling there is like when you're drinking a bottle of red wine. When you're coming one time, it's like drinking a bottle of red wine. It's the same who happen inside the body. So if a man coming one time, two times, three times, it's a 1 liter per time. So let's say you do it two times, it's 2 liter red wine you're drinking. And if you do it every day, you're going in a hangover state all your life. Where
Yeah, yeah,
women, when they get orgasm, they get more energy. When because they're not coming these things out of them in the same way. There's some coming something out, and I also read that can actually also affect the energy. I will study more about that. It's a new thing I have discovered. So studying about that next time and see how do I feel when this happens. Do I losing the energy or do I because I know so much about myself how to reach the energy and so I will look into it to find out. But the same problem is if a woman only get a clito orgasm, she also get tired. So it's calling sleeping pills. So she can go to sleep. So there is this two waves when and I love you say you're feeling like you was a frog crow or you're going around and like and now you after 3 months you can wake up and how amazing is that? And
yeah, yeah,
also you more you're gonna learn about I have to learn you something about that before I leaving. Because you more you also learn to touch him and play with him and play with the body and all that. And not too much in him. He also can keep for many years. He can actually keep for rest of your life. And I have been in relationship. All my relationship, I learned this in 2009, and I going deep into it with my relationship. And he not do it for 5 years, and then we break up, and he find another girl, and because we are so brainwashed, so he think because she want because she don't understand oh that I'm not good enough. So he come, but he called me and he said, "Oh my God!" Because what happened when you have do it so long time is you losing energy and you get sick. because there you will realize, and he say, I never gonna ejaculate again. I get so sick. He called me and he say, oh my God, I feel so lost. I say, why are you doing? We have studying for 5 years together, you know. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for who listened to us. Thank you. So, and then all my relationship I have been in, I have always only accept if they want to learn it. I don't, after I have learned and know how we can play with each other and make love for hours, I don't accept it then. And again, I say this sperm creating also problem in the body for the woman, because actually all the energy in the sperm is from, if you're not completely clean when you're coming home, sitting and meditate and doing yoga, all that, then he actually put it all his bad energy into her, and that's no woman know about you.
Yeah, yeah. There's also I wanted to mention
Well,
exactly that the importance of uh, having many sexual partners, because today it's really normal and it's actually supported by society to have many different partners. But the thing that people don't think about is that when you're making love or sex, um, you're connecting on a deeper level, and actually on the souls are connecting, and energies and your auras, and in that moment you are you're giving your part of it, all your good things and your bad things, and you're also receiving all the good things and bad things. And but of course there are more bad things than good things. So when you're having many partners, at the end you receive many bad things, and things just keep getting worse and worse the more partners you have. You think maybe people think that it will bring them happiness or satisfaction by changing many partners, but actually I think it's getting worse and worse. Um,
yeah, because and the reason they think that, and I love you, Said. I love you, Said. You're so young, and I'm so happy you know about that. Because you're talking to, and my show is for young generation. Hmm? I want all the young generation to realize all that, because then they can live and be so healthy. And I call it like not have a half moon, then they're going to live in the full moon. So yeah, but it's also, as we talk about it, it's addiction also, and it also story who are creating from all this media. We have to woo 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 next woo woo woo, and for man it's still so long back from when he was hunting. So he is like a hunter all the time, and many women do this because they actually inside want a boyfriend.
yeah, and I
So
I
they
remember, yeah, I remember when it all started. Uh, when I was 18 years old, and we started going out and partying, and there was always talk with friends, like who can sleep with more girls, and so it starts at a really young age because society functions like that. It's always who can do more, who can do more push-ups, who can do more of this, who can sleep with more girls. It starts from the beginning. And
Yeah, and also I can imagine if you are doing sport. I know that for guys who doing football and that also in the shower, it's about how, and that men don't know. They're actually making joke of each other, and what they don't know, they actually make this person so guilt and shame inside the soul.
yeah,
And also, as you say, like young, oh, how many girls can we, and you forgot, okay, this girl, she's actually a human, but we just hunting her.
Yeah.
We forgetting about, okay, this is actually because, but that's again back to the school system. There's no one who learn about, okay, how should we treat each other.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Mm.
I believe it all starts at home, because today's society is made in that way that the society is raising children. It's not family. It's not a father and mother, but it all starts from the kindergarten to the college, if you want. And because the parents are too busy working, and so the institutions are supposed to raise the children, but then it happens that the children are molded into following the rules of the society, and the rules of society are all that is wrong, actually. So
Yeah, and the problem is there is always start being a leader in the class. There is always a leader, and there is all the followers. And that is the same with society. There is a leader. Social media is the leader, and then is all our followers.
yeah,
And that is
yeah,
the same with the porno. They are the leader, and then there is all the followers. And but we all already learn to cooperate that in school, and in the prison it's also that way.
yeah,
And I discovered something very interesting with prison, like when so many men are in this prison together, they going to pull all this men's, how you say, anger and shame and all that in fire, because they're suppressing so much the sexual energy, and then they have control over them because they can push them to. So so if I say to someone who sometimes come to me who have been there, I say you have to go to some of the leader and be a visitor, a friend, and tell them start breathing, tell them to start touch themselves and stop not ejaculate. Then the person will start being different. Like they have made like a, they try with a prison where they put in cats in. In the beginning, I was so afraid of all this cat will be hurt, but it had completely other effect. All get so soft and smooth, and they start having competition about the cat whose cat is, because cat have frequency. But the same is someone know someone who is in prison, go and tell them, tell the leader, start doing briefing and get the followers. Because as we say, like we are also some kind of leader because we're sitting here and talking to the followers who listen to us. So it's like you say, it's society, but I realize also we some games where men and women manipulate each other. What are you thinking about that? I that's my, what you have discovered. What have you discovering about that?
yeah.
So what are you thinking about that?
Oh, what about women?
Yeah, women and men manipulate each other, and the society we manipulate with each other. Everything is one big manipulation.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, yeah, but the 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 manipulation depends on the. It's more on a deeper level. I think it depends on the quality of relationship, and also on many. If somebody has a lot of traumas and unresolved things, then the manipulation can come as a form of a lesson, because uh, it can be also from by men or by women, and depends if you who needs to learn the lesson, not being manipulated. Yeah. um, but we can also manipulation is also being used in everyday life. Did you lose connection?
Are we back or what?
Yeah.
Yes, we was
Okay.
here again. Sometime my internet going out. Sorry, we back.
Yeah.
So yes.
I yeah also want
Um
to say that the today there's a lot of manipulation um, regarding also the information we have because that's also a great example for this topic. Uh, you're not going to learn it in school how beneficial is to not ejaculate, how beneficial is the semen retention, uh, and you actually you can hear also from the doctors that they say it's good to ejaculate so the prostate works and you don't get cancer, but that's actually totally wrong. And so we're getting manipulated on all the levels, and the biggest
yeah,
manipulation is with the news. And
yes,
when I hear on the maybe on the radio or on the TV, they say it's news time, and in my head it goes is disinformation time because
I like that.
yeah, I know
Well,
it's
we
not
can say that our topic today is a news time.
yeah.
It's a
So
login for you who gonna listen to that because as you say, yeah, that's what they want to say. But I say I have been in 10 relationship where they have learned it, and they all have benefit from it, and they all are fit for fight and so healthy. And I have thousands of clients who have started doing it, and they are also so healthy and happy.
yeah,
So, and you have tried on your own body. So, and prostate cancer is actually because the man should have massage of the prostate. That is the reason he gets it. Because we see all this area down there as only a sex thing. We don't see it as a whole body.
yeah. And that one great thing I heard was how much people avoid uh, that part of their body, the anus, the prostate, especially men, because it's a big taboo to talk about it. Because if you talk about it, it automatically means you're gay, and
Mm,
it ends there. And it's a very close-minded way of thinking, but it's also the problem of society because
yeah,
this is the in the Western culture, it's also very strict and only one way, while the all this Eastern philosophy and the Chinese medicine and all of it and the Tao, it has all of this really useful information, and they're talking so much about sexuality, sexual energy, and all of it, which is really, really useful. And I'm hoping that slowly it will get infiltrated in this Western culture so that people can relax and understand um, it's not such a big thing to talk about it. And
no,
I wanted to, yeah, what I wanted to say is that uh, people also like they don't want to talk about that part of body, but they also don't like to touch it. Like, and it's your own body, like all of it. It's the same, like touching the nose or fingers. It's also touching the anus or anything. It's your body. It should
yeah,
be completely normal.
and it's just the skin. it's,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
in the end, it's like this is like it could be the vagina, but this is just my ass, but it's just the skin. And what people also don't know, as you say, with China medicine, and I realized like for some years ago, like both the vagina and the tree, I call it like the lingram tree, like the man's penis, they have ergozone. It's like going to reflexology. There's also zoning, like there, your prostata, liver, heart, everything, like ears, eyes, whatever. It's also sitting there both in the vagina and in the penis. But I know in 10 years it will change.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
already in 2000, like in 1900, there was a guy called Napoleon Hill, and he wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. I think you say you are going to the library and get it, eh? Last
yeah.
time we meet, or
I
yeah.
got it like 2 weeks ago from the library.
Yeah. And in that chapter, in chapter 10, there is about how you're going to be a business with knowing about your sexuality. If it's driving for addiction and it's driving for just release and all that, so it's not a. People say, "Oh, all this is new things." No, it's not. It's it's thousands of years ago.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean that information can be probably found also from a few thousand years ago in all the other books of great great minds, great people that uh, live there. And what Napoleon Hill mentions in his book is the feeling when you get horny, let's say, and it's actually your sex drive. And when you get that feeling, it's the most powerful force, the most powerful motivational force there is. And if you're able to channel it into creation, you can become really, really successful. And
So
and yeah,
every man, I say to them, start studying that chapter. And for that chapter, you're going to book a session with Tantra teachers because there you're learning how every man who have a big business, he should go on the course with himself, and then he should get all his boys or employers in the company to go there, both women and men. His company will grow like whew, because they're going to use like by doing this wave, they're going to use the creation. I'm using my sexual creation for my business.
yeah, yeah. And there's also the mention of how behind every great man was also a great woman, because
Yeah.
when uh, when man when a man is truly in love with a woman and in a healthy way, because when you really adore your partner, your woman, uh, she becomes that source of let's say sexual energy. Like you really enjoy her in her existence, and you probably get all the sex drive. You maybe want to make love to her because you're so much in love, but you transform it into creational energy, and that's
Mm.
when you're when you're really having a great relationship, and it can be a really good driving force for creation of business or
I
anything else.
remind people that every day. You see,
Yeah,
dude, as soon as you talk about, as soon you learn to build the right foundation in a healthy way, and I have found a new word instead of sensuality, it's gonna call sensual vitality.
oh yeah.
So sensual vitality, my daughter was like, "Mom, that's not a word." Yeah, but all the other words is creating. So yes, of course it is. I just have to say it out enough. In some years it will. Because sensual vitality gonna be sensuality have to be vitality.
Yeah,
Because I'm 55 and they say, how can you be so full of energy? How can you? You see, because I'm working on the sexual energy and I know about sexuality and all that. Hmm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all the great minds, the great scientists. Um, what comes to my mind is Nikola Tesla. He was
Mm.
one of the greatest, and uh, he learned to exactly that, to transform that sexual energy into creational energy, and that's why he was always able to do things. He was sleeping very little. I think he slept only for 4 hours because he was using all that sexual energy into creational energy. Because sexual energy is nothing else uh, than life energy. It's prana, chi, ether.
Yes.
That's essentially it.
And he have a lot of ether in him.
Yeah,
That's why he go like, and that's why he was the source of like, I love you know about it. I have so many clients from Croatia, and I tell them, and they don't know anything about that about him. They know about him, but they don't know he actually know about that. I say Nikola Tesla also know about this. So it's not like people think this is whooshy whoosh now. Oh, tantra here, tantra. No, 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 no. It's not. Even
yeah,
the country you live in, the man he know about it, and he know everything is vibration. He know everything is energy. Everything is frequency, as you say. So also a healthy relationship need to be healthy, vitality healthy.
yeah, yeah. Maybe, and now it came to my mind.
Mm.
Maybe if he got a woman, Nikola Tesla, if he got in love with a true woman, maybe he would accomplish even more because he focused on it to keep all of that energy to create it into creational. He never wanted a distraction. I think women were a distraction for him, but maybe
Yeah.
if he found a woman and learned uh, to grow with her and use it use that love, that relationship, that additional drive he would get, he would maybe accomplish even more, or things would go different because
Exactly.
he,
Because it's not only the sensuality who are the drives, the love is also. Like in Tantra, it's calling, I see you, I listen to you, I feel you, I surrender you. And
yeah,
it's about taking our hands, listen to each other, listen, start listen, hug each other, touch each other. Everything is love and sensuality. And I discovered last week, actually, there is science proof for sensuality and water is more important in food. But people focus on the food and the short sex uh, release. But if you focus on the other thing, you will be like, we will all go out and be, hello, hello, how are you? And what a wonderful world, huh?
yeah, yeah,
Yes. I say that to people because then the stress will disappear. But he tell a lot about women. He talk a lot about women. He say a lot of things to men about women. Like you say, he also say that behind every man. But he also say a man who not treat a woman well, he's not a man.
yeah,
Or he never
yeah,
gonna be a man. He's just born for something. He not so like it's not because
yeah,
I don't have anything against man or woman at all. Like, people sometimes think like I don't like men or I don't like women or yes, yes, I
yeah. I would say from a personal experience, that's something everyone need to go through, the different kind of relationships, especially if you have unresolved things with yourself. And because mostly people expect from relationships, from their partners, is to fill the holes, to fill the voids they have. For example, uh, if you are not able to love yourself, you're gonna expect from your partner to love you, to fill you with that love. Or you're missing joy in your life, and you expect your partner to make you joyful every day. And it's exactly from those expectancies that problems happen and relationships then fall apart. And what I learned
But
is that I'm sorry. What I learned is that you should come to a point where you are source, your own source of love and joy and peace. And when you achieve that, and when you want to enter in a relationship where you don't expect any of it from your partner, then you can start a really great relationship. Only when you healed yourself, when you are when you are ready to be the source of everything that you once expected, uh, I would say that at that point you can start to have a really good life and also a really fun relationship with someone.
yeah, so much. Like everything you say, I also tell people that, and but also the expectation actually also happen. Many relationship also broke because already are in the bedroom is going wrong because we don't understand each other's behave in the bedroom. So many times the relationship actually broken from the beginning when we make love have sex with someone because the fight already start there. So as you say, when you are healed, when you are in love with yourself, you will say to your partner, hey, I am this. And do you want to grow with that? And if they not are healed, and you must say to them, okay, I let you go because I love myself so much.
And
That is
yeah, now you have given me an idea. Uh,
that I love it.
Probably uh, that's also one of the problems is that relationships are focused on sex. The quality of relationship depends on the quality of sex. Let's say it. And
I listen to. I just opened the door for my little cat. Just speak. To listen to you. So, so I'm back. Just talk. Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes. I am
uh,
just.
yeah, and that's one thing I also learned from my experience. Um, I was also too much focused on the sex and not so much on the talking, on the feelings, on the emotions. And what I learned is that talking, actually communication in a relationship is more important than sex because you can see it everywhere, also in the movies, in the TV shows. Like uh, there's a couple and then they fight, they argue, then they have a passionate sex, then everything is great. Then they fight again, and it's all like it's a vicious circle that never ends. And they call it a great relationship, but that's completely wrong. And
Yeah,
uh,
because the relationship should not be about fight. I am so happy. One of my friends, she write today to me like, "Oh, I actually find our relationship don't be to be hard. It don't have to be difficult." I say to her, "No," because it have to be nice. It have to be happy. It have to be joyful. It have to be about communication. Like I hear you, I listen to you, and just that they should learn that in school. And the thing I teach people, I say you can start going home and do that with your child. Sit in front of him or her and say, "Hey." I love you. How are you, my son? How are you, my daughter? And this is an exercise we do in Tantra. We're taking the hands and then one speak and the other, and then the other speaking after. And then we're growing like flowers inside us, as you say. Communication. We can always have love making when all the other things is vitality and healthy and building the right foundation. We can make love all the rest of our life. But because all this is not, we end up not making love all the rest of our life.
Yeah, yeah. And
Because
it, yeah,
when we
it
find,
should be something. I think it should be something sacred, love making, and
hmm?
it's being used as a tool, literally like a tool to improve the relationship when you're not happy or things are not going as you're expecting to. But it should be something much more deeper. And, and I also saw in Tantra. I didn't study it much, but it's very interesting the concept where you start with, for example, communication, then you prepare yourself to eat, and then you eat it together, then you sit, then you just watch each other in the eyes, and maybe you dance, and at the end, if it comes, you make love, but it doesn't need to happen. And I think the point is in the whole process of connection, just being with each other, just enjoying in each other's company. That's
yeah, exactly. And but the magic also happen when you do that. Is your vibration sexual already moving there? You actually, people don't understand sexuality is a sensual, as I changed now to sensual vitality. It's sensual. It's a sense, like I'm talking about in two of my other shows. It's about sense. So you can actually make love with just feeding each other. That
yeah,
is it's a game. I have go to a lot of tantra things where we don't our partner, but we sitting there with people and we're sitting next to someone and we're just feeding with strawberries or food or and just playing like like I putting a picture up on Instagram of some spicy like paprikans and like it everything can be sensual and love, as you say. It's not about of we this can also be, we can also get orgasmic with that, or we our body can like, it's gonna be like a vitality relationship with sensuality, love and sensuality all the time.
yeah,
Yes, it's so beautiful.
yeah. And the idea that I had the other day was, let's say, a test, uh, how to do a mental test if if you can stay, if the partner is right for you. And let's say you imagine that your partner ends up in a wheelchair, and now you cannot make love till the rest of your life with them. And but it shouldn't matter, because what matters is the company, is if you fall in love with their soul. That's what's really important. So to make a test is, imagine if your partner ends up in a wheelchair, would you be able to stay with them for the rest of your life? Now, and at that point, I think you can feel if it's really true love that you can feel for them, or it's just based on sex or and things
No,
to.
I don't think so. But in Tantra, we don't use the word fall. We learn to, then you are in love if you stay with that person. In Tantra, if we fall in love, it's because we fall for someone, and then we're gonna fall. When we learn to be in love, then we are into this person. Then we communicate. We are committed to this person, as you say. There's a beautiful. I will send you a beautiful girl who's sitting in a wheelchair, but she can still make love. So she's a woman. It's more difficult if the man's. But there's always a way to find out to be together if you really love. But in tantra also, I don't know if you know about that, but in tantra, if you committed to, let's say, we have a relationship, like we say, okay, we are going on 10 dates, and we feel, then we actually sitting for 6 hours, completely naked, front of each other. And the day before, we must not eat, and we cannot drink so much because we cannot go toilet. And we have little food we can play with, but exercise is about looking in each other's eyes and hold each other's hands for 6 hours.
Wow. Interesting.
And when you do that, coming every and you can cry and all that can happen. But you must not losing the connection. And also if you want to lay down, you need to lay down. You have to stay also if they're crying you then you have to keep looking at them. Eyes you can actually be in love with just sit with someone and look into the eyes. Then
Yeah.
you never been thinking about how they look, how the clothes they have, or you will be in love with that soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so many is not aware of, as you say, life. So yeah, it could be interesting to make this experience. You say, ask people, send some question out to people, or we could go around in Rijeka and ask people, hello.
Yeah.
That could also be a new revolution.
Yeah.
To start actually go around and ask people this question. Maybe they will go home and talk after.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yes, my dear. I think we have. I have to see the time. Yes, we have to soon finish. And yes, do you have more you want to tell us before we finish?
uh, no, I think I'm okay with what I
Mm,
said. Um,
mm.
I'm starting to lose uh, inspiration.
Yeah. And how you feel now from when you start to now? How you feel to do it?
uh,
Was it hard?
no, it wasn't hard at all. Actually, it was really easy, and it this thing was also maybe one of my fears because I never did something like this, and I would
So
encourage people to try new things. And what I learned is uh, when you feel fear of something, you should go there because it's there lies your life path, and that's what I started to do recently. I accepted this interview because I was also afraid of it, and I went to a dancing class a week ago, which I was terrified of dancing in front of unknown people, and I went to do it because why not? And I actually started doing things that I'm afraid of. They're not big things; they're little things, but when you start doing them, your life changes completely. It brings more joy, more happiness, and the most important thing is you're living. It's forcing you to be in the present moment, and that's the most important thing. Uh, Being and living in present moment,
yes.
consciousness.
Thank you so much. So the things we stop and give him in the comment and all that when this showing coming up, comment about what is your fear and give him a big And you should do more of that. You're very good on a show, so you should do much more of that. Going out and speak about your. If you
Yeah,
know how to do that in Croatia, please do it.
yeah.
You can be
Uh,
one who can help change in the Croatia.
yeah.
You have so
That's
much
what.
power. You have so much power. You have so much energy. And
Thank you. That's also one of my true wishes, and also I think it's a part of my life purpose to start to share this knowledge, and I think this is the beginning of it all because it's the first time I'm doing something like this. I'm really grateful and thank you for it. And if creator gives, I will continue on this path and do more
but the
shows like this.
creator already creator meaningless time. I should have you in my show. I'm looking after someone who could talk about it. No one want to show the face, so I am so grateful because I have said to the creator, please, creator, I want to find someone who want to talk about this,
Yeah,
and the creator bring you, and he bring you to me, you me to you, so you could get the chance to start your journey.
yeah.
He said he was ready.
Uh, because I think we should talk more about it, especially men, because uh, men are taught that they need to be strong and closed up and keep everything inside them because that's a strong man, but that's not true. Um, and that's why I want to work on it, and I want to help more men to open up and to express themselves and to not be afraid of their emotions and their feelings and all of
Mm.
that expression, and also to cry. It's
Yes,
a good.
exactly. And because every time we cry, we get a layer, and we can also cry of happiness. It's not
Yeah,
just because we can also cry of happiness. I cried for 2 days ago a happiness because my friend have leave a message to my daughter. It was so touched about it, like. But the problem also they say men should be more masculine, women should be more feminine. No, we must come in balance both. I should be in my masculine, I should be in my feminine. And then we call it Shiva and Shakti in the relationship. But we must, as you say, could connect with both sides in us. I know from myself I have been so masculine. I still working on my feminine.
yeah, yeah.
So yes,
Okay,
so please go out and do that. Please, the world needs you.
okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so
Thank you.
grateful for my heart. Thank
I will.
you. And
Thank
take
you.
care. Coming more shows tomorrow, coming about human design. So, and maybe we also make a show again of some months. I like to keep making new show. Maybe you find out of some months you discover something, and you want we can share that. And you can talk
Okay.
about art spa. It don't have to be always sensuality is everything. When we connect, as you say, it's also as you touch me. When someone touch me here, I can go like it's energy inside me. So so everything is sensuality. Everything is love. And as this healing us, massage healing as and also yeah, I write. I just want to end the show. I was writing article about this in a tantra group yesterday in Denmark, and it's still so taboo to get massage on your penis and vagina. Then you are a sex worker. Then you are disgusting. You are every kind of things. But this is just a skin. Hmm?
Yeah.
So yes, thank you for who listened to us. We are so grateful for sharing this and let the
Yeah.
world shine. Don't lose your energy. See how much he shines. He's 29 and he will look so good when he's 55. If he keep doing, he will look so young and 55. Thank you. Have
Thank
an
you.
amazing day wherever you are. And my name is Ear Beauty, and I will put your things in my comment. You will send me some link where people can find you. Okay? and we put it
Okay.
in the comments. Okay? Thank you
Okay.
so much. I have to find out how we closing this. See you end the stream.